Hi, I'm John Davis with Logitek, and we are here at NAB 2017. We're showing the new Helix line. We have two new consoles and one virtual console. The Helix television is our TV board. It is a touchscreen console where I've got multiple functions here on very easy to read touchscreens, and we can change our sources, we can change our bus assignments, all using a touchscreen. We think that touchscreens are the future, where things are going to be going, because we're taking a lot of the buttons and the things that make things confusing out, but we're leaving the things that you need your tactile feel for, the things that you use. It's like you're playing a piano. You do things without looking at them. So you've got faders and buttons, but for things you don't use as commonly, then we put that on a touchscreen. The beauty of that is that it's a familiar interface for operators. If you've operated a mobile phone, you can operate this console. And we can modify this to customize it for the location. So it makes it very easy to put in different character sets for different countries and to change the console to fit the location of where it is. So here on the console, we have up on this touch panel here, we can change our sources here by tapping on the source name. Then we can scroll through what we'd like it to be. We see the source we like, we tap on it, and now we've taken it. We can put it in a queue and listen to it on the queue speaker. We can also tap up here and get to our bus assignments, whether it's going to be master or one of the submasters, the auxes, change the mode. We've got pan and trim. We've got compression and limiting. Since this is television, we have frame delay. On the radio version of this board, we have a profanity delay that's built into the console. The other thing that's really interesting about this board is we also have a virtual console that looks exactly like this, right down to the same screens that you see up top here. And we've even gone so far as to take pictures of the faders and button caps so that what you see on the touchscreen that's over to the side there, that it looks like you're operating a real console. And that's a console that you can deploy in a production studio. You could take it on remote and mix from anywhere in the world. And the motorized faders here on this console will follow wherever you're operating this from. In addition to that, over on the monitoring section, we've got 4 submaster controls, as well as monitor and studio controls. It's a full function console that's designed to handle any television production need, primarily for newscasts and other forms of live production. The radio version of this board is very similar, other than in television we have a 5.1 master bus. In radio, things are done in stereo. But the operation of the two is exactly the same, so if you have a combination radio TV facility, you can have an audio operator go between the two and have the same experience. So we're here at the Helix radio. It's very similar to what you saw over on the Helix television. The primary differences between radio and television is the mix architecture. In television, it's important that we have a 5.1 master bus and that we have additional submasters and auxes. In radio, it's much more streamlined. We have a program bus and 4 aux buses, and it's all in stereo. As you see, this console utilizes motorized faders, so we have somebody over somewhere else that's controlling this remotely. But the operation is still very much the same, where again we tap on the sources and change our sources, and we have our bus assignments. The buttons on all of our consoles are completely customizable. You can change the color. We have the glow strip at the bottom where we can switch that on when the console is switched into the air chain and switch it off. We've also got the ability to change the color, so say when the microphones turn on, it changes a different color so you know what you're doing. And these brilliant 7-inch touchscreens just make it very easy for operators to know what they're doing at all times. This is the Helix Surface. As you see, it's a very similar interface. In fact, it's actually running the same code as we have on the physical consoles in a virtual surface. This is a Microsoft Surface Studio. And so this is a very nice touchscreen, a multi-touchscreen where we've got up to 10 touch points. So we can tap multiple faders here and raise those faders. And we can operate this from anywhere, both in the building as well as long as you've got a nice secure connection, you can take this anywhere in the world and run the console anywhere you are and have the same experience as if you were operating it right there. We also see the potential for this in production environments where you could put this in a production room where you don't necessarily need hands-on access to the board, but you want the same experience as if you were in one of the main Air studios. So again, we have the ability to change our sources and tap on them and make them change. We can turn the different buses on right here from the screen.